Yeah, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 4. Well, it's time to play that mafioso masterpiece known as Grand Theft Auto 4. Yeah, I know it's pretty old, but honestly, I've just got around to playing it.
Actually, I was going to adventure on this game a couple months ago, but then I got a call from Destructoid and that screwed up my entire schedule. So if you were waiting for this video, you can blame this guy, or even this guy, but there is one thing that has to be cleared up before I go forward. There is a huge difference between fulfilling a request and the genuine desire for some peace and quiet. So before you try it, I'm telling you, don't even think about it. The last Grand Theft Auto that I played was number 3. Maybe it's because I'm a sucker for playing things sequentially, or maybe because of the whole being broke in college thing. Now, me and number 4 had a really rough introduction. I bought it at a midnight release, took it home, played it, and there was Nico, getting off the boat, preparing himself for some big American ditties, and it turns out that my cousin was too drunk, so I had to drive him home. On the way there, I wondered to myself how I had mishandled my controller because it appeared to be broken. And then I realized that my controller was fine. The cars actually drove like this. The steering is so stiff! And when you try to overcompensate for this, you just spin out. I tried a few more missions, but it just wasn't working for me. I thought to myself, for a game called Grand Theft Auto, I would have figured that a little more care would have been put into controlling the cars. Anyway, I was so disgusted with the entire mess that I sold my player's guide, put the game away, and started playing Mario Kart Wii, which was released only 2 days earlier. That's right, I turned in partial nudity for comic mischief, which isn't entirely a bad thing because I got that adventure done in like a week and a half. So here we are a year and a half later, and I have to admit that I feel a little empty not knowing why Nico was getting off that boat, and more importantly, whether he got to see any big American ditties. I'm happy to say that the core gameplay is still here. Driven by vengeance, your missions really boil down to go to I, kill J, sort of like a nested for loop in which you traverse an uneven two-dimensional array only terminated by the EOF. Sorry, I'm a software engineer, at least it makes sense to me. Along with the cinematics, the combat has been greatly improved. In Grand Theft Auto 3, the aiming was at best iffy because it seemed like the camera was going to turn upside down before pointing at a reasonable target. On the contrary, Grand Theft Auto 4's third-person setup is most reminiscent of that bomb-ass game Everything or Nothing, which probably has one of the best Bond intros ever, game or movie. You start a gunfight between allies, you shoot anybody you want, grab a rocket launcher, blow up everything, and then run away like a little bitch. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 has some fun combat. The stuff that's been added onto this sandbox masterpiece isn't quite a downfall, but really, I just prefer that they weren't around. Why am I allowed to watch TV in this game? Watching TV on a TV is just a redundant waste of time. And you know what's really scary? It's actually entertaining to watch! In the words of Jane Proudfoot,
This shouldn't be happening!
the radios are always a better choice because you can play those in the background, much like my voiceover, because you've minimized the window and are busy looking at torrents, if I had to hazard a guess. Email is... well, it's actually probably a good thing, because at least with this account, I won't receive any hate mail. Some of the people that you take missions from become your friends, and they will constantly call you up on your cell phone, ask if you want to do something. I just hang up on them. Really, no, I don't want to go to a strip club or go drinking with you. I don't want to go play bowling, darts, or billiards. You're in my way of the next iteration of people I have to kill. On the same token, you get to date people in this game, to which I heavily scoffed. You are forced to get a girlfriend before you even get to fire a gun. For Pete's sake, one of the first missions is buying pants to impress her, once again proving that love will slow down any plot. Please don't think bad of me, but I really wasn't buying into this. And no matter what I tried, shooting her in the face, getting into a horrific motorcycle accident, abandoning her in a burning vehicle, she always came back to me.
You fucking bitch.
I guess she's important to the plot. Some missions allow you to choose who you want to kill, but I doubt that comes anywhere close to a choose your karma system. Because really, I didn't know what was the better choice. I would need a Cole McGrath narrative to set me straight. I should kill Francis right now because he's an all-around dickhead. Or I could kill Derek and put him out of his misery. Or I could turn the gun on myself and end it all. It's gonna be one of those days. I remember Metal Gear. I remember in Grand Theft Auto 3, the F word was a big no-no. Now, they can't stop saying it. Just imagine them taking every obscenity, putting it into a nice little pie, and then shoving it in your face.
Yaha!
The only other game that I would think would even come close to this is Scarface The World Is Yours, but I would argue that the situation is a little bit different. This is Tony Montana. The F word is his paintbrush, and the canvas is our ears. Add the Wii Remote's pointer functionality to blow heads off, and you've got a masterpiece. And the driving. Yes, I'm gonna return to this subject. I actually heard somebody defend the driving mechanics by saying it's really easy to do 180s. True, but it seems like all you're ever doing is 180s. 90s would be nice, but it's even a struggle to do a 45. When going around a corner, I'm usually doing 25 and run into a building. When backing up, I do a 10, but if I crank it a little harder, I end up doing a 270. What's really disturbing is this game's developed by Rockstar North, and they're not new to development. And they obviously spent a lot of time on this game, which means they did this on purpose. I can't take this anymore. I gotta pop in Grand Theft Auto 3. See? That works. Why couldn't you just do that again? Why'd you have to screw everything up? You know, playing number 3 really took me back. It reminded me of a time when everybody was getting these acronyms confused. GTA 3 is Grand Theft Auto 3, but GT3A is Gran Turismo A-Spec. In fact, I got so nostalgic, I started wetting the bed again. Although I am glad that there's no longer delay between islands, those loading screens made me hate life. I would have to complain that if you're playing this game through to completion, it just drags on and on. At some point, you're gonna get bored, and then you'll have to revert back to your primal Grand Theft Auto instincts, and that is dicking around. So grab a car and just have fun. Portions of this dicking around has been brought to you by Pixelated Yeti, who was kind enough to show me all the dicking around glitches. Dicking around. I apologize, I'm just thrilled that not only has Jessica Drobot touched me, but I actually own something that's been between her legs. I would say that this game's pretty good, but it's nowhere close to GTAIV 2008. I know of another sandbox game that does things much better. But don't take my word for it. Eskimo Bob, what do you think?
GTA 4 is a good game until you hit the halfway mark.
And for all of our Swedish viewers,
GTA 4 är ett bra spel tills man kommit halvvägs igenom det.
But no matter what games you play or where you go in life, always remember,
Fucking bitch.